Hello, good people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Some few weeks ago, the lawmakers passed the Petroleum Industry Bill. It was quite a controversial one because of some of the content of this bill. But however, it has been passed. And what most Nigerians were expecting is about to happen because it wasn't favorable to the host communities. They were given 3% on that petroleum industry bill, and for them, it's not good enough. Nigerians have spoken in different environment, different region, and all of that. Conflicting informations coming out, and reactions are quite not favorable with the lawmakers. Most people believe that it's an insult on the host community to be given 3% from whatever would be gotten from the exploration or the sales of the petroleum product. And shockingly, Nigerians are going to experience what we had been experiencing many years ago, because right now an information has been passed, or call it a directive, to the commanders of some of the militia group in the Niger Delta to return to a particular place and wait for further discussion. And that's what we want to look at in a jiffy, and some of the reactions of Nigerians. But before we do that, please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. According to the news, angered by the mega 3% voted for host community in the past petroleum industry bill, a militant group, Niger Delta Revolutionary Crusader, NDRC, has directed its commanders in the Niger Delta to return to the creeks and await further directive to resume hostility against oil and gas assets in the region. It will be recalled that in spite of the outrage that accompanied the allotted 3% to host community, inclusive of pipeline-bearing communities in the PIB, the National Assembly, in defiance, went ahead to pass the bill for assent by the President. Immediate past governor of Biafra State, Sirike Dixon, on Thursday, while joining his voice to condemn the 3% allocation, warned of possible day unrest in the region. In a statement on Friday by NDRC spokesman WOI Izon Ebi, the militant condemned the 3% as well as the 30% allocated for the exploration of frontier basin in the past bill. According to him, he said, "We will defend our God-given resources," as the title of the statement. The militant group said it would fight until the obnoxious section of the PIB were reviewed by the National Assembly. While describing the PIB as a coup against the people of the oil-rich Niger Delta by Nigeria, the group decried the constant desecration of the entire region through oil and gas exploration and exploitation with no commensurate provision to develop the region. According to him, he said, for 56 years, the region has suffered desecration of its sacred places like worship center, land, stream, lake, and severe environmental degradation without remediation. While the government and people of Zamfara State are allowed to control 100% of their gold resources, fiscal federalism applying in Zamfara State, what the people of Niger Delta region could get from their own natural resources is a paltry 3% for host community, and in contrast, a whopping 30% for exploration of frontier basins. This is an economic coup against the people of the region. It is an insult, a daylight robbery and betrayal by the Nigerian government. The region embraced peace because it was the most civilized thing to do in order to give way for proper dialogue, genuine government commitment, and re-ideological construct about the Niger Delta region. Unfortunately, about 11 years of giving peace a chance in the region, the Nigerian government has rather become ruthless to the region through obnoxious status. These are our genuine concern and our grievances, the group stated. The militants said they have therefore directed their commanders in the region to go back to the creeks and wait for further directive on the next line of action. We will defend our resources and protect our region from further mindless pillage of our own God-given resources. In spite of the huge investment in the water sector by the government and international organizations, water scarcity has grown to become a perennial nightmare for residents of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. These report X-ray the lives and experiences of residents in getting clean, portable, and affordable water amidst the surge of COVID-19 cases in the state. Militant group direct the commanders to do the needful. Wow, this is quite very serious, and I think that at this point, there need to be a reconsideration. It's going to be presented to the president for him to append his signature so that it becomes a law for Nigerians. But I feel that at this point, there should be a retrospect, taking into consideration some of the things that have been lined up here. Talking about Zamfara State, who are currently having 100% control over their goal. The question is, are they better than those who have another natural resources called oil? Is gold not very important, and does it mean it has no capacity to provide for the entirety of Nigeria, where they are given 100% right over their goal? These are some of the things that the federal government needs to look at and correct it as it should be. Now, I don't want to talk much about this. Let's look at what Nigerians have to say. The first person says here, you Niger Delta will remain slave till Biafra gets independent. Now small una see. Wow. This one says, lazy cowards, you're lucky you are getting 3% from these Fulanis. They will give una oga billion now and your mouth will shut up. Una be slave for life. So much. People are really talking. This one said here, Shebi Senator Adamu Abdullahi arrogantly said that they have passed the bill and that only God can change it. Now the Niger Delta militant will speak to them in the language they understand. I mean, this was really mind-blowing. Yeah, I think I just need to speak about this. We have to be careful with statements that we make so that you don't end up provoking people. Understand that we are from a multilingual or multi-ethnic country, a country that have so many ethnic groups, and each of these ethnic groups should not be considered as minority. They should be given preferential treatment like every other one. When this thing was passed, a senator, a reputable senator who knows the power of words, came up and said, well, that the bill has been passed and that no human being on earth can change it except God. I mean, that was so outright and so wrong, and it is highly condemned to make such a statement that it's only God that can correct it. Well, what are you taking these guys for? Yeah, we know God can correct it, but guess what? Men can do something on earth and it gets corrected. Wrong statement at a time where the tension is so high. This government has faced so much in terms of tension, in terms of pressure. So everyone, whenever decisions like this are taken, it should be put under, the identification light so that we know whether we are doing the right thing or wrong. How can you be telling host community to take 3%? Bros, how far now? Haba. No matter what. Now, they produce, imagine, you are the one cooking the food and you are the one eating less. Haba. Now, they cook the food. The food came from my house, and at the end of the day, other people, visitors, are the ones eating and cleaning their mouth with 2 hands, and then children in the house just sit back and eating crumbs. Haba. It's wrong now. These are some of the things that, keep on calling for cessation, keep on calling for a lot of things. We should see how we can avoid this. I mean, there are times that you make decision and you take into consideration the people. For example, passing out of information, there's some information you have. Because of the tension and the situation currently playing out, you kind of pretend as if you are not in the know that such information should be passed. Look at the situation. Already we're talking about Biafra. We're trying to arrest all of that situation and see how we can be at the same level and enjoy ourselves as a multi-ethnic country. But unfortunately, things are coming up that will also trigger some other regions, to begin to have a rethink. For example, Ibom Republic, just fairly recently, I heard that they went to the UN to present a document to justify the fact that they need a country of their own. Ibom, it was sponsored by some persons from Akwa Ibom State. Now, if all of this is happening, what's going to be the situation like if we keep on, increasing and giving people reasons to support all of these secessional moves? We need to sit back and think. No matter how much influential, no matter the fact that you are the one ruling everywhere and all of that, correct these tapes, please. It's not an insult, but just a kind of way of getting Nigeria back to where it should be. We should, have this in mind.